Hey guys, welcome back to the Nomadic Foodie. My name is Kat and today I am taking you guys around the Florida Space Coast. So this is the area in Florida around the Kennedy Space Center and the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. So I'm going to start out with Rising Tide Tap and Table. This is a local restaurant in Port Canaveral. And the thing is, there are a lot of restaurants in the Port Canaveral area to watch a space launch, but we chose this restaurant because it had a really nice view of the exploration tower. And the thing about a space launch is that it can get delayed or even canceled. And you can see more information on this other video about how to watch a space launch when I have that video up on the top right hand corner. But the good thing about Rising Tide Restaurant is that even if you don't get to see a space launch because, you know, it's canceled or delayed, you still get a really good meal with a really unique view. And a lot of places that are really touristy might not have the best food, right? But because of the location, they can get away with it. But if you want really good food and a really nice view, even if there's no launch, you can check out this restaurant. And we were at the Kennedy Space Center and I mentioned this restaurant to a worker that was there and her reaction was, ooh, they have really good food. So take it from a local, this is a good spot to check out. And to start things off, I'm gonna start with a tortilla soup. This is a really hearty soup. It's got braised chicken, it has charred tomatoes, it's got finely chopped roasted aromatic vegetables in it, ancho chicken broth, avocado crema, and cilantro, which is a really key ingredient, I think. The braised chicken was really good because it's fried lightly and then they stew it slowly in the pot. So it's got all those nice flavors that come out in the soup. So it makes a really delicious broth. And it's ancho chicken broth, right? So ancho, it's a type of aromatic chili, right? So it adds heat to the soup. At the same time though, it adds to the aromatics as well. So you can just tell that they really build on the flavors in the soup. So from the spiciness to the creaminess, and of course the aromatics from the vegetables and the chilies and the cilantro. It's just a really flavor-packed soup, and I do recommend getting this. So next up, I got an apple scratch fried chicken. This was a panko breaded chicken. It didn't have that usual fried chicken crunch to it, which I kind of missed. I would have liked that a little more, but it was still a really good sandwich. A pretty big slab of chicken, which was really good. You can see that here. So this fried chicken sandwich comes with habanero-red pepper jam, and this is actually, to me, this is what made this sandwich. It's mostly sweet, but the habanero red pepper added just enough heat to make this really interesting. And they added some watercress to give it some crunch. And I really did like this, but honestly, there's so many things on this menu. So the next time I go, I think I would want to try something else. But this was a really good sandwich. And next up, we got tacos. We got the filet tacos. So this is chimichurri-spiced beef tenderloin. It's got pickled green tomatoes, and it finishes with a chili key lime ranch. So my husband ordered this and I got a taste. It took some serious willpower not to scarf down this whole taco in like 30 seconds. This was really delicious. I actually like this one more than my chicken sandwich. Has this ever happened to you where like you try someone else's food and you're like, man, I should have gotten that, but it's okay. So if you love that salt and acid flavor combination in your food, definitely check out these tacos. Of course, it's very savory, right? You got that chimichurri beef and it's nicely balanced with that pickled green tomato and chili key lime ranch sauce. And I'm sorry, the lighting's not great in these pictures because we came here at night, obviously, but just believe me that this tasted a lot better than it might look on your screen right now. And if you're looking for a Florida craft beer to go with your food, check out Reef Donkey beer. So this is a dry hopped American pale ale. It's got a lemon lime aroma with a citrus and mango flavor. And don't quote me on this, I'm not sure if it's actually mango, but it's definitely some sort of tropical fruit. So if you do try it, let me know what you think, but this is a really good pale ale to pair with either your taco or whatever you get. And in case you're wondering, reef donkey is just a slang term in Florida for a type of fish in Florida. It's called amberjack and their nickname is reef donkey. So that's where the beer got its name from. Another dinner spot we went to was called Cheddar'S. So Cheddar'S started out in 1979. They started out in Texas, actually. And they are a scratch kitchen restaurant. So that means that they make their own food in-house from fresh ingredients. So for example, They are known for their honey butter croissants. And normally restaurants, they would probably buy the croissants from somewhere else and then they, add their own ingredients to it. But Cheddar's makes them in-house, and because they make their food from scratch in their own kitchen, their prices are really good. So if you're coming with a large family, this is a really good option to get some really good comfort food at a really good value. As soon as we were seated, our waitress got us a plate of these hot honey butter croissants. These are complimentary, so I really appreciate that. They are very airy. It just melts in your mouth. You can taste the honey butter as soon as you bite into it. And the flakiness of the croissant just melts in your mouth. It's drizzled with house-made honey butter. So you are left with that warm, creamy flavor of that honey butter lingering in your mouth. And I could have eaten like 10 of these easily. I'm obsessed with them. They're really, really good. And so what I got as an entree was a buffalo chicken wrapper. So this has fried chicken tenders, but you can order them grilled or fried. It's topped with shredded cheddar cheese, shredded cabbage, pickles. They have their homemade ranch dressing on top, and then it's wrapped in a flour tortilla. So it's served with a choice of sides, and I chose green beans, which I know is it's really random, but it's my favorite. I love green beans. And my dad gave me his coleslaw, which actually paired even better with this. So I would actually recommend getting coleslaw or fries with this. One thing I will say is because the cheese here, you can see that it's not melted, right? So this wrap could get a little dry because of that tortilla and, the unmelted cheese. But there was a really generous amount of buffalo sauce in the wrap. So the buffalo sauce was really tangy, not too spicy. The flavor was really delicious. So comment below and let me know, are you a fan of fried chicken tenders? Let me know. All right, next up, my husband ordered a smokehouse burger. So it comes with a grilled beef patty, and you can tell them how you like the burger, medium well or well, whatever you want. It comes with bacon, cheddar cheese, barbecue sauce, and the usual tomato pickles and sauteed onions. And you get a choice of a side with it. And honestly, everything was just perfect about this burger. The bacon was perfectly crispy. The barbecue sauce was really tangy and sweet. Super on point, as expected of a Texas-based restaurant. All right, so continuing on with comfort food. Now we have a cornmeal whitefish platter. I know I love me some fried fish sometimes, and they have a really, really good cornmeal whitefish platter that you should check out. So this is hand-breaded, lightly fried, and it comes with tartar sauce and 2 sides. So the batter was really well seasoned, very crispy, crunchy. It's got a little kick to it. The fish was juicy and buttery on the inside. And one more seafood option is the grilled whitefish. This is probably one of the healthiest things on the menu. So this is lemon peppered fish. You can also get it blackened, and it's served with 2 sides as well. So this is a very delicate and soft fish. It's balanced out nicely with a lemon pepper seasoning. This is on the lighter side, so if you don't want something really heavy like a burger or fried chicken, this is a really great option for a light dinner. And I was kind of surprised they didn't have a ton of options for dessert, but you have a choice of classic cheesecake or hot fudge cake sundae, or what we got, which was the Cheddar'S legendary monster cookie. So this is a scratch made chocolate chip cookie. It's baked to order, so it's really warm and fresh and gooey and chewy, and the edge had a really nice crispiness to it. It's topped off with vanilla bean ice cream with whipped cream, and you can sprinkle some nuts on it to finish it off. So we actually took this to go, but I think it would have been a lot better at the restaurant just to get it even hotter. So you can't go wrong with ice cream and a warm cookie, right? So I would recommend getting this as well. It wasn't over the top, but it did hit the spot just right for my dessert needs. So once again, Cheddar'S is a chain restaurant. They do have several locations in Florida, mostly around Orlando, but this is the only one in the Space Coast in Melbourne, Florida. So if you're in town and you want good food with good value, definitely check out Cheddar'S. All right, so last but not least, I'm taking you guys to Joanne's Pies, and I'm taking you to the beach with the pies. So Joanne's Pies is located in the Art District of Melbourne. It's a French name of some sort. It's GALLIE, I think is how it's pronounced. People also call it EGAD for short. So if you come to this art district on the weekday mornings, it's pretty dead. There's not a lot of things happening, but on the weekends and evenings is when they will probably have a more lively atmosphere. So this bakery is small, but really airy and bright. It's got limited seating, but you might be able to find additional seating on one of the benches on the sidewalk or in this little alleyway right next to it. You can just find a seat here if you want. But the thing is, unless they have it baked fresh out of the oven, if it's too busy and you can't find a place to sit and eat this, just take these pies with you. They are beautifully and carefully packed in either a bakery box like this with this cute checkered paper, or they pack it in this individual plastic box. So either way, your pie is going to be safe and secure. And if you're doing a vacation rental or staying in a hotel, this would be perfect to take to your hotel as a late night dessert as well. Now, they do have different sizes, although the advantage of a smaller pie is you will get more of that flaky, crispy crust. So one of the pies we got was the salted caramel chocolate pecan pie. And to me, this is like a brownie disguised as a pie. So the pie filling is actually a brownie if you look at it. It's really structured. It's topped off with caramel pecan, and I love this design. I mean, what I like about small local bakeries like this one is the care and the love they put in each item, right? I can just imagine the baker just meticulously putting each pecan on this pie to make this a beautiful design. And to me, it's the little details, you know, that really make places stand out like this one. But anyways, this is a really good pie. It's a really buttery crust. It's not as flaky as the blueberry pie crust. It's more like a thicker crust, really dense. And the salt really enhances the sweetness of this pie. So this is definitely for people who love sweet desserts. And the dense thickness of this pie is balanced with a gooey salted caramel. This is a really sweet and decadent pie. I would recommend sharing this with somebody, or, you know, eating some of it and saving it for the next day just to savor it. It's really good, but it's really rich. I would definitely get this again. Okay, so I mentioned the blueberry pie. So this is one of their many fruit pies they have here. This was such a good pie. So these are made with tiny wild Maine blueberries. So these blueberries are really succulent and sweet. And because they are smaller than normal standard blueberries, there's a higher skin to pulp ratio. So that means there's less water in each berry and more intense blueberry flavor. And each bite of this blueberry pie tasted just like a picnic on a perfect summer day. I really loved this blueberry pie. I mean, these berries are just bursting with juiciness. They didn't add too much sugar to this pie because you know how some pies are like, they're so sweet that it overpowers the taste of the actual fruit. So it's not the case with this one. It's not too sweet, and it wasn't tart at all either, at least not with this batch of blueberries. The crust is perfect. It's a buttery, flaky crust, very light and melts in your mouth. And as you can see, we took our pies to go. We were going to actually eat these back at our hotel that night, but we ended up taking them out of the trunk and eating them on the beach. So this is probably one of the most popular bakeries in Melbourne, Florida. And after tasting these pies for myself, I definitely 100% recommend this cute little bakery. And hey, they are popular here for a reason, right? So check them out when you're in town and let me know, would you try a blueberry pie or a brownie pecan pie, or what is your favorite kind of pie? Let me know below. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my little food tour of Melbourne, Florida and Cape Canaveral. These are just a few places we checked out that stood out to us. So if you're in town, you can check these places out and let me know what you think. And of course, if you have other favorite restaurants in town, please comment below and share it so we can all benefit from that. If you like this video, please like and share this with your friends. And if you want to see more travel guides around Florida, please subscribe and stay tuned.